Right now, there is a lot of smoke surrounding the pump price of petrol. Since May 29th, 2023, when Tinubu announced that fuel subsidy is gone and increased the pump price of petrol, we have continued to hear different things about whether or not fuel subsidy is gone. In fact, after a while, the IMF came to tell us that fuel subsidy is back. But of course, Tinubu's administration, through the group CEO of NNPC, told Nigerians that that was not true. But what we saw was that the price of petrol was then increased a little. And then we continued. And then the story came again. This time it was from notable people like the former governor, who said that the federal government still pays for petrol subsidy. Again, the IMF corroborated it. And then again, they came and said, no, I'm talking about the federal government now, came and said, no, that fuel subsidy is gone. But what did we notice? After saying fuel subsidy is gone, denying what the IMF and what some other notable persons have said, they again increased the pump price of petrol a little. Again, please note the trend. Truly, truly, there is no smoke without fire. Now we started hearing 3-4 days ago from El-Rufai that the Tinubu's administration is paying about 8 trillion naira, or has paid 8 trillion naira on fuel subsidy. Before the federal government could respond to that, IPMAN, that's the Independent Petrol Marketers Association, came out and said their own. In fact, IPMAN insists that the federal government still pays over 600 billion naira fuel subsidy monthly. So in 10 months, that will be 6 trillion naira. That's not so far from El-Rufai's 8 trillion. Not so far at all. While we were still trying to grapple with that, Rain Oil CEO Ogbeche went on to say FG now pays about 600 billion naira monthly for fuel subsidy. That's also about 6 trillion naira in 10 months. Not so far from what El-Rufai told us, 8 trillion. In fact, over 8 trillion has been spent on fuel subsidy in Tinubu's administration. In a period of 10 months. And that's according to El-Rufai. In fact, El-Rufai insists the price of petrol should have been higher than diesel, presently sold at 1,000 naira, but for subsidy. So in all of these claims, whether El-Rufai, IPMAN, or the Rain Oil CEO, they are saying that the price of petrol should be above 1,000 naira per liter. In fact, they continue to push for 1,200 naira per liter because they say Ghana is doing the same. Now the federal government has come again, as they have done in 2 occasions before. They have come to say that El-Rufai and the IPMAN, or the marketers, that they are wrong on fuel subsidy payment claims. In fact, El-Rufai marketers subsidy payment claims wrong. That's according to the NNPC and the federal government. If trends are anything to go by, we should expect another 50 to 60 naira increase in the price of petrol, because that has been the trend. Who is lying and who is telling the truth? Just today again, if you follow the news on Arise News, you'll see a discussion that is being held on the increase in pump price of petrol. How it is unsustainable for government to continue to subsidize petrol or petrol products. What is going on here? Why is there still so much secrecy around this petrol subsidy thing? It is clear to everybody that even before May 29th, there was no fuel subsidy being paid. It was corruption. And we have established clearly that the increase in pump price of petrol was done so that those people who are investing in that sector can maximize their profits. And now the IMF is coming to tell us that they have our best interest at heart. Even when the federal government says fuel subsidy remains removed, and when they fault El-Rufai and the marketers, hear what the IMF is saying. The IMF continues to insist that Nigeria must remove fuel subsidies to benefit the poor. In fact, it says that fuel subsidy right now, even though we're paying as much as 700 naira per litre for petrol right now, that fuel subsidy goes to the rich. That's why we ask Nigerian government to remove it. So the first fuel subsidy removal by Tinubu, May 29th, 2023, is not enough for the IMF. They want it removed again so that it can go to 1,200, 1,300 per litre. That's the IMF again. Is the federal government still paying fuel subsidy? Let me dedicate a video to enlighten Nigerians more on this. There is no fuel subsidy, and I will prove it. This time around, I will do much more than just proving it. Everybody in that fuel subsidy, that petroleum industry that is behind this scam that has returned, must now be made to answer for their crime.